All right. Hello, everybody. I think we are live. Happy weekend to you. Hope you're doing well. And I'm excited for this evening's, or if you're on the other side of the world, this morning's readings. But before we start, let's raise our love vibration and bring some beautiful love into our session and into our lives. So if you want to join me, whether you're watching live or even on replay, this energy is outside of space and time, so we can multiply it together. So we'll start off by coming back to right here, right now, in this moment. So we'll take a big deep breath and hold it for a moment, for as long as you'd like, and then release. And then we'll be hitting the singing bowl here. So let's start with a big deep breath in. Beautiful. Then I'll hit the singing bowl 3 times, and each time just imagine your unconditional love energy within you expanding and rising and rising and rising until it overflows out to the world. So here we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. And just put her back over here. All right. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. Good to see you. And a shout out here. We got a couple of my YouTube channel members too. Sean G. Whoop, whoop. Hello. And Daisy. Hey, Daisy. Good to see you. And I owe you, you had made a donation the other night, and I didn't see a question, so I saved it. So we'll bring you up first, and then Nova for the donations there. Oh, that's quite all right. I know. I think you're on the other side of the planet, so I know people will. It's the same question. Okay, good. It's individuals will do donations, and then the sleep monster comes and or something comes and gets in the way. So no problem at all. No. I mean, please. I'm grateful for it all. I did mention that. I go, look, you got college dollars. So awesome. Well, good to see everybody. For new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. How the free readings work, I do go down in order, first come, first serve for the free readings. Usually pull 1 to 2 cards. All you have to do is put your question out in the chat. There's no special list. The chat is it. And if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange, prioritize those readings, and I step out of the free readings to complete those. And then, and I pull more cards for those too. So we dive deeper. And then I return back. And then any of the free readings for my YouTube channel members, get second priority after that, and then I go into free readings. So hopefully we'll get through those. I know some people have been trying to get their free readings in on Fridays and Saturdays when I do my sessions. If I don't get through the free readings, I apologize profusely for it, and then um, I used to come back on to complete those, but it became too much, especially after I got the plague in August. Spirit was having me balance. But on Sundays, when I come on 11 a.m. Mountain to 1 p.m. Mountain time, whatever readings I don't get to, I do come back later on Sundays to make sure I get all of them. So if you try on Friday and Saturday and I don't get to your free readings, be sure to come back on Sundays, and we'll make sure we get messages for you. All right. I think that's everything. Oh, to make a donation, you can use the super chat, or in the description box of the video, I have my Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square. And there's no set dollar amount. I know everyone's finances vary from all over the world. So, whatever you can give from your heart is the perfect one, right? And if you're interested in becoming one of my YouTube channel members, I have two levels. I have Zen Cricket, which is $2.99 a month. It gets you prioritized in these readings if I get to the free reading portion. But then also on Wednesday nights, we have 2 hours just for my YouTube channel members to do readings. We do past life readings, oracle readings, all sorts of stuff. Then I have a praying mantis level, which is $7.99 a month, which gives you access to that. Plus Thursday nights, we have 2 hours. And then Friday and Saturday nights after my sessions, we have an hour with my praying mantis members. And on Sundays, also an hour. So if you're interested, that information is in the description box of the video. All right. And I do give away, YouTube gives me 10 Zen Cricket memberships that I give away the first Saturday after the first of the month. Saturday or Sunday, depending on when the first falls. And if you win one of the 10 free Zen Cricket, you have access to that Wednesday night too. So don't miss that if you have that opportunity and win that month. Hey, Lucky, another shout out to one of my other YouTube channel members. Good to see you. All right. So I think that's it. Let's get into it. I've got these circular original tarot. They're not made in 1909, but their design is from 1909. So let us get in here. And like I mentioned, Daisy, we have your IOU from yesterday. So we'll jump to you first and then to Supernova. And that's all the donations so far. So we'll continue on there. So Daisy, will your friend A text or call you soon? All right. Let's take a look here. Well, okay. And those two, all right. So we'll take a look here, see what we got going on here. Will they text or call you soon? It looks like they're going through some stuff. They've the bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Cups, which has them focusing on the spilt cups here. And also the first card that came out is the 9 of Swords. So a lot of nightmare and insomnia, a lot of stuff on their minds, the swords being the suit of air and the noggin, right? So I do feel like they're thinking about a lot of stuff. They've got a lot of whatever this drama, this emotional, lower vibrational energy, it's really got them um, in their heads, and I feel like they do need to feel like October more so, because you got 2 10s. You got the 10 with the Wheel of Fortune, and then you have the 10 of Cups with the 3 of Pentacles. So, 10 of Cups is joy, and they've kind of worked through and got over whatever was going on here. And they are kind of off on their own, being true to their authentic self. And so I feel like it's in the month of October that they'll reach out to you. But I just feel like they're kind of like I said, in their head, focusing on their own internalization of things, and which, I feel like that's kind of their norm. They kind of go at it alone. Yeah, and then they even have here on the bottom of the deck the king of thought, the king of overthinking. Are they an air sign or Capricorn, Virgo? Because I just feel like they're just all in here, and that's kind of what they do. They learned growing up very independent, I feel, and that they had to learn to do things on their own and be self-sufficient. And so it's like when they're going through something or feeling sick or whatever, they're not one that I would feel would want to be babied or have people fuss over them. They just kind of shut down and work on their own, if that makes sense. Yeah. 10 of Cups is joy and overflowingness. So it's like when they go, they're pretty stable, I feel, most of the time. But when they go deep emotionally, they kind of go into the cave and cut everyone out to deal with stuff. And then when they arrive out of the cave, they're back in their clown costume. Do do do, hey everybody, you do the same thing. Well, so you can relate and you can give them their space, and they're in Aries. They might have be interested to see their where their Venus and their Moon are, because those are how they handle emotions. So it can be that way. Yeah, it's the journey, right? It comes with humanity. I know I'm an Aquarius sun, so I totally get it. I overthink and I overthink weirdly. So that's a combo. So yeah, just give them some space, give them some time, and um and if you have their number, you can always text them too. They're going through something, but you can just say, "Hey, was thinking of you. Hope you're doing well," and just like ping them so that they can reply if they want to, right? But don't expect anything deep to come from it because they're deep in it. But if they happen to be in one of those situations where they're ready to talk to someone, you never know. But I that's kind of the energies that I feel are going on right now. Some deep thinking. Yeah, you think enough about school. Do you have any other do you have any brain cells left over to think about overthink? All right. So that is what they have for you, my dear. And then Nova, don't know if you are here. I don't see a question. I don't think from you. Let me just go slower here. I don't see one there. So I'll grab a screenshot just so that I remember it, just in case. But if you are here, just make sure to ask your question. I know that you're on the other side of the planet as well. So you might be drifting off. All right. All right. Appreciate it, Daisy. Thank you again for your donation. And so since I don't have that, let's jump into my YouTube channel members get next priority, which up next would be Sean G. So Sean G, your question for your free reading is: I had a crazy dream last night. Does Spirit have any? Oh, yeah. I mean, who isn't having crazy dreams right now, right? I mean, with that super full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces, oh my gosh, it's been like weeks that I've been having bizarre, weird dreams. So I'm surprised not everyone is. I think probably everyone is having them. People may not remember that they're having them. Let's see if there's any additional insight, something bubbling up from below. So let's see here. What was that mean? Oh, these two are here. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. We got 3 cards that popped up here. The first one is Leo energy. And so this this definitely is communication from the higher realms because you got the Hierophant too, which is your higher self. Both of these bringing up all this emotional energy from underneath with this Ten of Cups. So it's definitely um, it isn't like your human psyche trying to work through something. This is your spirit guides and your higher self using your dream time to bring something up. So, because sometimes our mind will use that time to process something we went through in the day or etc. But this is definitely your higher self because of course, this is your higher self. That's your higher self. And there's this energy coming in here. Now, it has to do with the Ten of Cups, which normally is about love and relationships and that fullness and overflowing of things. And, it follows the Nine of Cups, which is dreams come true energy. And and let's see. Yeah. And on the bottom of the deck, you've got the World card, which is the ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. So normally I don't read the Ten of Cups like this, but it's reminiscent of a combo of the Ten of Wands and the Eight of Cups, which it's like you're if you told me what the dream was looking at those cards. Uh-oh. But it's like an emotional inventory of where are you investing your emotional energy? Is that sexual energy? Is that what that's about? But there's what? That's not the kind of channel. But there's this energy. Oh, giving birth to someone's baby. Oh my gosh. And then they had the Ten of Cups, the two children were really standing out to me too. So, you know, I like this. It's where you're investing your emotional energy, where you're investing, the birthingness. And Leo energy is the inner child too. Wow, that's a very detailed one, right? So I feel like this has to do with emotional energy, where you're investing it, and it can be birthing your inner child, and then it can also be about your dreams of having children or mothering in the future too. But all this emotional energy, it's like evaluating where in the outside world am I, what kind of relationships am I maintaining that I'm keeping alive, and um and what are the ones that need to be taken off of life support. And you're the life support of the relationships, whether it's friends, family, lovers, or whatever. And it's like I'm the one that's keeping it going. Maybe I back off, like, it's like someone takes people off the ventilator. You're taking a relationship off a ventilator. Is it going to breathe on its own, or does it need to, it's time for it to go, right? And it's almost feels like that sometimes with the relationships. And so there are allowing a lot of this to go, that where you're giving 70, 80, 90%, and someone's consistently only giving 0 or 10, 20, 30%, and backing off, or there might be ones that you're ready to go, all right, I'm backing totally off already. But I like this combination because the Ten of Wands normally is taking an inventory where you're investing your energy. They're bringing in the Ten of Cups in this case, that inventory of where you're investing your energy and where you can back off to retain this energy because it's for birthing of a new relationship. And this also includes looking at your inner child, looking at the emotions that are below the surface, that, because it takes energy to keep emotion suppressed. And so if you're allowing these energies that have been emotional energies specifically that have been pushed down when you were younger, it's time to let more of these go because the energy it takes to keep an emotion below the surface in our subconscious, it takes a lot of our energy, and that all that energy comes back to you as well. So I feel like it is the birthing of sorts of new relationships that are coming, of and they're having you reserve all of this emotional energy so that you can be invested in that, whatever that may be. If it is, if you're not in a romantic relationship, could be. Or is someone having a child and you're going to be godmother? Who knows? But there's this building up of emotional energy that will want to be birthed, and so it's time to start that inventory. So there we go. I like it. But such weird dreams, I know. Bizarre dreams that are so real and realistic. This eclipse season that we're right square in the middle of, yeah, pretty strong, because there's a lot of spiritual energy with the Pisces full moon, but then we have a new moon in Libra, which is all about relationships too. So yeah, it's kind of like, whoa, all right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. So enjoy. We'll see what part two is this evening, right? All right. So many blessings, my dear. And then let's see, we already answered Daisies and Chunji. All right. So I think that's it for my YouTube channel members. Lucky, if you have a question, if you pop it out there, I'll prioritize yours for being one of my YouTube channel members. But for now, we're going to go to the top and start on free readings. Boom, boom. The last night and this morning, I didn't get to any free readings at all, so I feel a little less guilty. I want everybody to be happy. That's one of my character flaws. All right, so Day Sturgis, you are up. So you want to know whatever comes out. Let's take a look. Whatever comes out. All right. So got two cards coming in here. Wow, both the 8 and the 9 of Pentacles. So this is about abundance. This is about reaping reward. And, the 8 of Pentacles is about putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears, the action. And so there is a movement in the outside world bringing you your reward. And the 9 of Pentacles is this feeling of independence. And yeah, I don't even feel, normally it feels like a hermity type energy, but this feels very much like reward. Try to say that 3 times fast, but whatever you've been working on, whatever you've been investing your energy and time and into, and I feel like there's this fruition that's been coming here. Whatever was being worked on in August, because this 8 and 9 are really standing out. I feel like you've been feeling it here in the month of September. You'll feel it in this last week that we're in. Can you believe we're in the last week of September already? But into October. So I like this feeling of abundance and fullness that's coming in. It can be money, but it can also be given to you in other things that mean something for you and something that you might be in more need of than what you were investing energy to get. You might get rewarded a different way, but it's going to be in a perfect way for you. So I like that for you, Day Sturgis. That's what they have. So many blessings. And then Ateshi Singh, you want to know, will you be seeing SSP in March? Wow, of next year. Let's take a look here. Based on current energies. All right. All right. It does look like here you've got the 6 of Swords, which is movement of thought and belief and mindset, but that also is movement in the outside world. Someone's traveling across water to be able to see each other, maybe. And the King of Wands is someone, it's a fiery type of energy, but there's also this, it's like the Emperor type of energy where you have to decide that this is what you want, and um, focus your energy on gratitude for it, on gratitude for who they are, what's going on in your life. It's this, owning your energy is a big piece of what comes in here. But it feels very, I don't want to say controlled, but the King of Wands, when you look at like, um, that kind of energy. A knight and page of wands maybe don't control their passions and energy as well, as a queen and a king, because they have experience, they're matured, and so there's this mature passion and attraction that's there. It doesn't feel like a young one where it's like a little chihuahua humping people's legs. It's a very mature passion. They don't act on every passion they get. It's very measured. That's where that controlled comes in. It just feels very measured and precise and in order, which maybe is their personality. But that's what I feel's coming in there for you, Ateshi. So I feel like it's a yes, and that you guys do travel. Someone travels to see someone else. All right, so that's what's coming in. So many blessings to you. And then Nova, yay! Thank you for your question there. Let me get rid of my little reminder there. And thank you for your donation. And you want to know, what do spirit guides want you to know right now? All right, let's take a look here and see. Are we going to Oracle? Oracle. All right. I do feel here we've got the wisdom of the House of Night. It's calling out. So let's take a look here and see what they want you to know. From these Butterfingers today. Wow. You got the number 3, which is the Empress in tarot anyway. And this one is the High Priestess of Earth, which is that beautiful, beautiful energy of the Empress, I feel. So when the symbol of the High Priestess of Earth comes to you, I, Nyx, the goddess of night, am nudging you to take care of your health and your beautiful body. All right, already. It's my vampire High Priestess of Earth, symbolizes all things in the physical world, your body, the body of Earth, and the things you surround yourself with. Now is the time to eat well, get rest, and connect to the power of Earth by walking barefoot. Be mindful, knowing you are a child of flesh and bone who came alive through the blending of Earth magic and your spirit. If your question is about a situation with a friend or a love interest, know that the High Priestess of Earth is asking you to wait until you see tangible evidence of what you seek to understand about this relationships. Perhaps a first kiss or some shared activity will give you more insight into your question. Stay grounded and wait and see. Yeah, they're like, come on now, take care of you. What a beautiful card, though. I just feel like it's important to stay grounded with this energy, and it's like there definitely is this energy of self-care and taking care of your body. I love that. Eat well. Eat. Have you eaten? Have you eaten? Yeah, 7 of Cups, a lot of emotional confusion that comes in here. So it definitely is this, if you're, drinking enough water, eating enough nutritional food, getting enough rest, showering, the stuff we've kind of talked about yesterday, or in your case, this morning or last night. And so it's important to care for yourself and to take the steps to do it, right? And so if you're not feeling any better than you were, and you don't feel like you can take those steps and see what can come in, because there needs to be a transformation of, the 5 of Wands is lower vibrational energies moving in into joy, right? So yeah, if you feel sick, I don't know if you have Emergicare or hospital or something, that you can just go and just let them know everything that's going on, especially if you said you were taking a lot of drugs. You might just want to make sure you can get somewhere where they can at least, give you the. I know last time that they at least gave you a lot of, you know, whatever, the little clear stuff to make sure you're hydrated and get you, all squared away there. So definitely it says to take care of your body. So if that means going, then go do it. Get it taken care of. Why suffer? Yeah, IV fluid. Thank you. It's a tough word. But definitely, why suffer? Why make yourself, you know, feel worse? The longer you wait, the worse you'll feel. So I feel like they're nudging you to definitely go get, if you're feeling sick and not feeling well, get in there so that they can get you to feeling better sooner. Because you were hyper and woohoo after you after you got your last fluids. So I feel like that's what they're nudging you to do. But definitely the message is care for your body, right? So hang in there. Yeah, you were. Did you remember? You're like, yeah, I felt so good. So uh jump in the shower and then head over. Go where you can get some help, okay? Please, please. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear, my dear. And thank you again for your donation. Yeah, you can ask a question, just pop it in the chat there, and we will I had just completed a donation, so I'm jumping back toward the top and making my way down the free list. So just pop your question out there. Okay, good. Thanks. Do it for me. If you're not going to do it for you, please do it for me. Make an old man happy. All right. All right. Hang in there, my dear. Sending you lots of love. All right. So I think that was it. And then we're going to jump back up to the top. So we have Starfall, and you're like a general reading for the rest of September for these last 9 days. Can you believe that we're so close? So close to that. So yeah, you got three cards that popped out here. You've got the death card, which is okay, that's a death and rebirth, and you got the lovers card, and you got the four of pentacles. Four of pentacles is bringing through this energy of home. Excuse me. And the lovers card is the power of emotional choice. But all of this together just feels like there's this changing of emotion, change of emotional choice in the in the home front, whatever relationships are connected to that capital H home feel like there's a transition, a transformation that's happening here in the next 9 days. And that um no matter what it is, doesn't feel like anything drastic and scary. But the emotional choice card of the lover's card is telling me that there is this um, empowerment that you get to choose what you want to feel about a situation. And that is the purpose behind this coming up, is because it's something that you've dealt with before, it feels like, but you get to choose to feel differently about it than you had in the past. We're taught a lot growing up. When this happens, this is how you're supposed to feel, and it's reiterated over and over again. But now, as you go through it, you're realizing I get to choose the emotion I want to feel as I go through this. And I just feel like there's an importance to know that whatever event this is, that it allows you to just see how much you've grown since the last time that it's happened. And it's an important thing for you to realize. So I like it for you. And I feel like that's one of the important things I want you to know for this last 9 days of this month, right? So many blessings to you. And then I do have a donation. M, thank you so much for that. Let's give that a love and a like since it lets me. And then you want to know, does Tobias have something against your roots or spiritually? What are his thoughts and feelings towards you? Is he missing you? All right, let's take a look here. See what we get coming in here. Does Tobias have something against your roots? And that'll be spiritually. What are his thoughts and feelings towards you? So thoughts. And okay, that one is the feelings. And is he missing you? I always tell people when they go, I missed you, and I go, yeah, but are you reloading? Shoop, shoop, shoop. But a bunch. All right. So, does he have anything against your roots? No, he's very temperament. He's very patient with roots. So, very open-minded. I don't feel like with that card coming in any type of judgment. It's more they balance and look at things and kind of have an open way of looking at that. Do they have anything spiritually? No, they're open-minded here too with the Knight of Swords. They're in quest of higher truth and seeing things from a higher perspective, different perspectives. So it's one of those cards that can represent for me like an open mind and they seek in clarity in life. So I don't feel like they have anything against those for you there. What are his thoughts? Let's look. He's got all these thoughts going on here. You know, there's a lot of passion and a lot of stuff going on here. We've got the Three of Cups, which can represent a third party type of situation. We got the Empress as well, which represents passion and new birth. And with that Eight of Wands, with all three of these coming out together, feels like he's a very passionate person and wants to share that passion. And so there might be more of this distraction here of like they have more than one love interest, and they think about this is what's on their mind here, and this is their thoughts towards you is you know um because they do feel here. Let's see what their emotion is, because they've got to have here. Yeah, we have the for emotion, we've got the Judgment card, which this is their higher self calling them to a different place, but double endings and double new beginnings with these X's here. So I don't know if there's, emotionally, I don't know if there's been a breakup or if they're looking at things differently. Because the bottom of the deck, we did have 10 of Cups and Ace of Cups. Oops, yeah, and the World card, which this represents endings of old cycles, beginning of new adventures, new love, and this is relationship card that comes in here too. So there is a lot of this energy of new beginnings, newness, endings, beginnings, endings, beginnings, endings, beginnings. That feels like this is their norm. Let's see what they missing you here. I feel like you're the Queen of Wands in this scenario here. They do miss the passion with that Queen of Wands because she can really shines bright. She's beautiful. She has great connection with spirit world, great intuition, but very attractive both energetically and can be physically too. And the but here we go again with because we got the World card somewhere, didn't we? Oh yeah, over here. So we had the World card on the bottom of the deck. That's the ending. That's the last card in the major arcana. And then we have the Fool's card, which is the first. It's 0. It's the first card of the major arcana. This is a new beginning that comes in here. So, I don't feel here, that they are someone who misses anyone. All this energy that's coming in here, all the way that I'm looking at here, yeah, I do feel like that, they're not the kind of person that misses someone. They will, if something doesn't work out the way they want, I feel like they're quick to move on to the next thing, the next person. It's like a grass fire. They it burns through the grass, but it doesn't look back. And because it has no fuel to burn backwards. It can only move forward. And I feel that's the kind of energy that comes in here with all this is that they're like, all right, well, let me move on to something else, someone else, something else in my life. And I don't feel like they even miss family or, they just are looking for the next adventure, the next adventure. And that's kind of what comes in. So I don't feel like he has anything against your religion, but you might have restrictions on, like, you know, what you're willing to do with passionate energy. Um, and that is more of that would be more the thing that would kick in there because they do enjoy the passion and the attraction and like we said, they have a ton of passion that they want to express, and if they feel that it's something that you won't do, they honor that. It's not like they're going to try to make you do something that you don't want to do. They respect it, but they also, you know, I feel like they kind of feel like they have their needs. But that Three of Cups is like a third party and going, well, I can get to know you, but I also am getting to know that person and getting to know that person. Yeah. You're like, all right, if they know and you're mentioning it, they might have preconceived ideas that, okay, well, that means that you don't want to, like, you want to wait till you're married or till engaged or whatever. You're not, did you say something like not a, yeah, a person for a night, or he is adventurous. So you're like, okay, you know, he's got his own beliefs and his own rules and what he feels he needs in his life. So you deserve to have someone that matches your desires. So I don't think Tobias is it with all this endings and beginnings and all of that. I feel like you kind of are spared, right? There, by the grace of God, go you. Right? You're like, okay, I'm glad the forest fire passed me. I don't want it to come back and burn me. Let's just let it keep going where it's going, and let them have that there, and don't, I feel like your spirit guides and angels are telling you, don't reserve your romantic table for two for them, if that makes sense. I think you're picking up what I'm putting down. Right. So that's what's coming in for you, M. So thank you again for your donation. Really appreciate that. And, definitely it's worth waiting for, right? It's like the good things are worth waiting for, and things that are built slowly last a long time. Things that are built fast and happen fast, also tend to fall down fast too. So I like that. Right. You are very welcome. Many blessings to you. Right, and then we had left off here with Hot Sun. Hello at the top for the free readings. Excuse me, and you want to know, what do we see for your connection with Mike by next month and the bottom of the deck? All right, well, next month is 9 days away. So let's take a look here, see what they have. And you see the bottom of the deck. Oh, yay, Knight of Pentacles. Slowest moving knight out of them all. And interesting energies that come in here. There's a lot of, this knight, not knight, the king of swords, which gets a second portion of swords very much in their head, very much overthinking and they're good communicators, but I feel like, you know, they're stuck in their head thinking about a lot of things here. The, Leo energy of the strength card, that's your, human self and your higher self with the infinity symbol coming in here. But it's like, I don't know. They're taking me really into the mind a lot, that they're really, really analyzing and overthinking things. But, the Leo energy is that of, passion and fire, but, it feels very contemplative energy that they have about, I don't know, fairness. Because we don't here have a whole lot of emotion, right? We have passion and thinking, and then it taking a while, taking time, which kind of tells me that they have a lot of fears, they have a lot of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that hold them back. And but it feels very respectful, and I think that's what I really want to focus in on, where they're drawing me into that energy, because it's like I don't have a whole lot of love to give, because I only love myself a certain amount, and this is all I would be able to offer. And it seems like, gee, thanks. It's like tipping someone a penny. You keep it. I think you need it more than me, right? But they usually express themselves through passion, because they've always had, lower self-love for them. They haven't really done a lot of transformation in that area yet. So they usually offer a lot of passion, but it's like they have this, yeah, the hot sun, right? They don't want to get burned by the hot sun, no. But they have this energy of respect. Like, I want to, it seems cheap just to offer you passion when you deserve love. And I don't feel like it's fear or anything that they're feeling, but it does feel like it's, um hesitant hesitancy. And there's that respect thing that comes in there. So it's not out of um, fear of it, even though they have a lot of fears. It's respect that they're kind of just wanting to be able to try to give you more than they would normally give, if that makes sense. So, anyway, I don't know. Maybe that makes sense to you, but that's what's coming in for you, Hot Sun. So, that's what they have for you now. So many blessings to you. And then lovely, lovey, hello, hello. Energy health reading on DR. All right, let's take a look here. Of course, disclaimer. I was gonna say YouTube. YouTube is designed for no. Tarot readings are designed for fun. And there's a disclaimer in the description box of the video. I'm not a licensed medical professional, etc., etc. So everyone ultimately makes their own decisions, right? So that said, we do have two cards coming in. So energy health reading here. Hmm. Looks like there's going to be some clarity coming in around health. The judgment card is like our higher self calling us to this higher place. This is also the rapture, the kind of a resurrection in a way. And I feel like with this new information that's coming in with the King of Swords, that is this clarity, is information, is communication, and that there is this, you know, their life is not done here. There's a calling that needs to happen here. But it's like almost like there's the physical bodies are being resurrected from the coffins, right? So it's like there's this energy that's coming forward, that's bringing things up. There's some things that are ending, allowing new beginnings. So there might be some new information, um, new sources of health and healing that can come in with this combination here. But I feel like that there is some significant information that's coming that will help with the physicalness regarding DR, if that matters, if that makes sense. All right. So that's what's coming in for that. Lovely, lovey. So many blessings to you. Hello. And then up after that, we have got Doll Face Diva. So a general for next week. Let's see what Spirit has here for you. Just going to take a quick sip here. All right. Wow. So you do have here, I mean, you got the World card, which is victory, but also ending of a significant cycle and beginning of a new adventure. And you have the Knight of Cups, which is movement of emotion. So, if you're looking for love, this could be movement of romantic love that comes in here. And if you're not looking for that, then this would be, more, that there is movement of emotion of some sort, this pursuit of emotion, this beginning of this adventure. But, when you have the World card and then you have the Fool card there, you know, the Fool card is like this brand new adventure that's free of a lot of expectations and supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's. It's a world of possibilities and having your eyes wide open instead of having expectations kind of shielded. If you ever see the horses that have these blinders, it limits them from seeing so much. And this is what's important, is to have this kind of adventure, this openness to things where you can see more more openness and more possibilities, and um, not dismiss someone because, well, that's not my type or my norm or what I think I'm supposed to. It's being open and following your heart and living your heart, of course. But I feel like it's an important thing, and I feel like this is what they want for you for next week, is just this release of expectations around what love has to be and who they have to be and who you are supposed to be. Just this big freedom that comes in. So I like that for you. And that's what they have. So many blessings to you, Diva. You're welcome, Lovey. All right. And then Eagle, what does PM think of you? So let's see what's going on inside their head right now. Of course, because other people's thoughts of us are always changing depending on what's going on in their lives. We don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. So we'll see what they're seeing, but that doesn't mean that it's true, right? Just means they're going through something. So let's see what they have here. Yeah, they are definitely having this time of questioning their thoughts and beliefs. You got the Justice card with the Ace of Swords, which is about seeing things more clearly, seeing things from a higher perspective, and the balancing of the scales here. And it's regarding Ace of Cups, which is regarding love and the fullness of love, um, and new love kind of energy. And so it's like they're going under this, they're getting out of some lower vibrational fear energies, because that's what those scales are. On one side is the small t truths of what we were taught growing up, of the supposed to be, the should be, the need to be, the have to be, the must be. And then the on the other scale is seeing things from a higher place, from unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace, higher vibration. And it's all about us transforming and moving things where it comes to being more balanced with, with that type of, approach. So their thoughts of you are transforming, and it's a positive thing because they're getting out of fears and thoughts and beliefs that would normally restrict them, make them feel blinded and bound and trapped and have fears around it. And there's this opening up of this. There is this movement of energy and thinking. Stories are changing, perceptions, I can say it, are changing, through that. And I like that for you, because there is this you know freedom that comes from that. Not that they were thinking poorly of you before, but they just have preconceived ideas from early in life that everyone gets put in the same box. But when they're going to put you in that box, they were like, you know what? I don't think you really fit in with all of this. I'm going to create a new special box for you, even though we don't want to be boxed. But they're like, that's where they have to put you because you're not fitting in to the norm of everything that's been in there. And that's a good thing. So hopefully that makes sense. All right. So that's what's coming in for you, Eagle. So many blessings to you. And then morning, you'd like a general next week career. So I'm going to crack a window. It was cold today, so we don't have the air on, but this room is heating up. So I'm going to crack a window real quick. So 2 seconds. Well, not 2 seconds. Be right back. It's just over here. All right. Hopefully it won't be too noisy. It's kind of stuffy. I'm like, whoo, whoo, spirit is moving. All right. So thank you, morning. You are up. So general next week career. All right. This one here. All right. Well, it looks like you're going to have some sort of significant and sudden change that comes in regarding your career, which is good. It's creating space here for the sun, which is one of the most beneficial, glorious, successful cards that comes in. So there's a bright light that comes in. It's like there's the storm and then the sun that comes out after the storm here. So I do like this for you. I like this. It's two major arcana too, which feels significant to me. And the Tower card is kind of like this trusting. It's like trust that when something is moved out of your life, that it's being moved on purpose for purpose to create the space for something that's more in alignment with your higher heart and your soul purpose, and it clears the path, clears things out of the way so that you can move forward. So I feel like there is something that changes, but yeah, even on the bottom of the deck you've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new opportunity that opens up. But sometimes it takes a significant ending for us to move forward, or something falling through, or something not opening up for us. Like maybe if we apply for a position and they're like, no, you didn't get it. And you're like, okay, well, this was the 10th time I've applied. And they keep telling me, well, if you do this, then you'll be a top candidate. And you do it. And like, well, we also changed some stuff. But if you do this, then you can be a top candidate next time. And they keep on like, it's almost like a carrot before the horse or the donkey or whatever. And you like, that carrot has become moldy and has flies on it. It's all dried out. It's been out there for so long. It's like it's time for a change, and a significant change, I feel. Your guides are funny. So now I have this gross carrot pictured in my mind. But hopefully that makes sense for you, morning. But that's what's coming in for you. So many blessings. And then Links Lee, hello, hello. So a general reading for you. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Okay. All right. Wow. So you've got here. So we can do. Okay, here you go. So you've got the Nine of Swords, which is the Nightmare and Insomnia card. But it's a good card because you're getting to the point of really getting sick and tired of trying to jump through hoops and be certain people and things for certain, people and places and things. And you got the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, emotional fulfillment and overflowing, physical world fulfillment and overflowing. And this Nine of Swords, it just feels like you're at this important juncture right now where it's being shaken up to where you're questioning, what would make my life feel full? What would make my heart feel full and overflowing? And all of this thinking, the 9 is the hermit's journey. It's the stepping back. It's the questioning of those thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. And it's like, where does all this come from? We're given it a lot growing up, a lot of shoulds and blah, 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 blah. Around our own high bar that we set for ourselves, and the high bar that's set for what a relationship is supposed to be, what life is supposed to be, a job is supposed to be, everything, right? There's rules galore. But when it comes to what's going to make me feel happy and overflowing, what's going to make me feel like my life is full, we're given a long list of what has to happen in order for those things. But this Nine of Swords is the challenge. It's the I'm ready for this to be altered and questioned, put under a microscope and go, why do I believe that? Is that what I really want or what I've been convinced that I think I'm supposed to want, right? So I like this coming in because this is an important time of transformation. All this energy that we're experiencing right now, too, with the eclipses and the full moon, new moon, all this energy, really, it being in Pisces and in Libra is having us look inward and really balance things out, question relationship stuff, but also just, life purpose kind of energy. So I'm not surprised that it's bubbling up and coming out there, but you are ready. You're like ripe to go. I've had enough. I'm going to be me, and this is what I want, right? Or at least you're diving deep into trying to figure out what it is that you do want. So I like that for you. All right. So that's what they have for you, Links Lee. So many blessings to you. And then Smooth Life. Hello. You want October month for you. I know. I can't believe it's already going to be October. Before we know it, it's going to be 2025. And the world's either going to end or it's going to be a beautiful, peaceful place. Is that the way everyone feels? It's like it's either going to be bliss or I don't feel like there's going to be any gray in there, but no predictions, no predictions. But Smooth Life, you are having things smooth out for you. You've got the Nine of Swords that I just put back in there came flying back out. So you've been questioning your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets here. And the Six of Swords shows that you're leaving some old ways of thinking behind in October and you're making this movement forward. Now, with this change of mindset, the change of how you're looking at things and perceiving things and looking at things, this ignites this um, movement of thought makes its way out to the outside world, and there's some movement that happens there. This can be a movement across water, or just movement can be moving from relationships. It can be moving from jobs, education, changing majors. It could be literally movement of house and home where you live. So definitely things are coming to a head and things are changing, coming up here in the month of October, but it feels like it's stuff that you've been thinking about all along, the last couple months, just coming to a head where you're like, all right, I've done my analysis and I'm stepping out of my analysis paralysis. I'm making changes, I'm making decisions, leaving stuff behind, and I'm ready for this transition and movement. So I really like that for you. Right? So that's what they have for you, Smooth Life. So many blessings to excuse me, to you. Sorry, I didn't mean to hack up there right on the microphone, right here. All right, let me just make sure here. So we did those. All right. Looks like I had a donation that popped in here. Oh, Maria, hello. Welcome back, Maria. So Dandera, you'll be the next free reading that I'll come back for here. So thank you for your donation via the PayPal. And let's take a look here and see what we have. So all right. Yeah, a lot of good questions here. So what are his feelings for you tonight? Okay, I feel like it's that one here. Thoughts. And I think thoughts and feelings. You just said thoughts, but I have feelings here. We kept he was having a drink and needs 12. What did he mean? One we would drink together. You're so funny. Let me take a look here. That, and then does he know that you like him a lot and care? All right. All right. So, his thoughts about you tonight. Oh, look. So, there is emotion here, um, this um here's the cup, here's the drink together, right? But no, I don't think that's what that means. This is he's thinking about feelings and new feelings and how the feelings he has for you is different than he's had before, which of course makes sense, right? Because you are different. But a bunch, which is all right. I would call you weird, but that's been attached to different people in our political system today, and I don't want you compared to them. So you're unique and different. Okay, and then and then feelings was the other one. Yeah, there's this energy of feeling this solid foundation in the outside world, with the feelings and thoughts here. So it does feel very, it's stable, and they see you as someone who is, I know you got him fooled, right? That you are stable. What's going on with that? Well, stable of the outside world. We didn't get the other stability. Actually, we did. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor, who is the master number 4, which is he sees you, he feels you're stable all the way around, and that's interesting to him here. It's funny because your energy reminds me of a friend of mine who, um, beautiful, beautiful person, and but she had to do so much stuff on her own, so much of her life that we always joke, because she used to say, "Why do I always end up with men who are women?" And I go, "Because you're a woman who's a man." That she has such strong masculine energy, you know. And she was like, "Oh my god, you're right," and I feel like he sees you that way, that you're not you have this strength and but this femininity at the same time, right? Um, but that you don't, you know, it's like, no, 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 no. You don't expect all this stuff, but you also because you can give everything to yourself. You're like, I don't need a man, I want a man. And that's the difference of the energy he feels with you. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. um, so that's what's coming in there. And then let's see here. The drinks, the drinky drinks. Oh wow. Look at that. Offering you a drink. But there, I feel like that he was thinking, yeah, we could always have a drink together because of course here's him offering a drink to the Empress who you know, the Empress rules over all the queens, Uh she has it all, which makes sense again how he sees you as someone who has all four, right? So like the emperor rolls over all the kings and the empress rolls over all the queens, which means she's got, the earth, the fire, the earth, the fire, the air, the water, right? In fact, the queen though, I mean, the Empress has 5 parts emotion, 1 part water, 1 part air, 1 part fire. Whereas the king has 5 parts thinking and 1 part, let's see, 1 part cups, 1 part or water, 1 part fire, 1 part um, uh, earth, right? So I feel like that inside he was like, it could get a drink with you, but I feel like he wasn't hinting. I think he was just saying, like, you know, I could see that, but it's not a good idea because he's been drinking, and I feel like he knows it's not a good idea. He would like to offer you one, but I feel like, right, we're in his state of mind and everything that's been going on today, and he has been, you know, uh, that mm, it's like one of those things where he was like, I don't, if he said to you, I don't think it would be a good idea for us to get a drink together because it's like we know where it would lead. And it's like, yeah. And it's like there's like this pinnacle where it could be like, well, yeah, so why don't we go get one? I feel like it's because Spirit has been saying, no, we don't want it to be that. We don't want that to be how this starts, right? So though he wants to offer it, I feel like he wants it to be a respectful offering when it happens. He wants it to be like approaching a royalty and an empress. And I love the respect that comes in with that. Yeah, like getting a drink together, hanging out kind of energy, right? Let's see here. Does he know that you like him a lot? And care? You know, a lot of drama going on in his life. I don't feel like he wants to go there yet in his mind, you know. He doesn't want to yeah, curse it, right? So I feel like with this energy here, he I don't want to say that, he's coming out of this denial, not denial. Whoops, Freudian, but I think, he kind of just doesn't want to jump into it. Just again, a lot of respect. Because below the surface, there is the lover's card, there is the magician, there is this, attraction and draw of emotion. But um, you know, I like that they want to be respectful, that they want to be respectful, and that they don't want it to be, um yeah, dramatic. They've got things that they want to figure out, and they don't want to bring all that in, right? All that drama and all that, stuff. It's interesting if you've ever noticed that the lovers card and the devil card are mirrors. Both are, an angel and a fallen angel, and it's all about the chains that bind and hold back love and the power of emotional choice that comes in. And it's an important contrast that comes in, with all that. So the traffic outside isn't too loud, is it? I don't know if you can guys hear the the motorcycle flying by. But I do feel here, yeah, I like their respectfulness, and that they're like, yeah, but and I feel like they kind of have this. If I think about it, then I'm going to want to act on it, and so it's kind of like denial, like I was saying, then that Freudian slip, the denial of going, nah, I don't want to, um, admit it, and I just want to get out of the drama that I'm in, land on my feet, and then, you know, just enjoy the adventure, right? And I feel like that's a good way to look at it, because otherwise, we go back to the lion not wanting to be caged, right? And so there's that freedom that comes in. I like all this about him, though. I mean, the respectfulness says a lot. Not just like, well, I can get what I want, and I can always find someone else again. It's like, I just feel like they're mature that way. And I feel like you guys are, yeah, and you have the 6 of Cups too. We got a lot of that past life connection energy that's there, that exists, that you guys haven't really brought up and talked about yet either. But you guys are a lot alike in that. respectfulness, because you were like, you know what? I don't want to be doing anything with anyone until they're out of their ex's house, until we know it's completely over, it's gone, they're separated, they're over them, they've have some time, because like we keep going back to, right? I don't want to be the rebound person. I want to be, I want to create friendship. And that's that ideal. And I feel like there's this is truly what's in both your hearts. You want to be, it's like best friends sleeping over. That's what we want, right? We want that. We don't want it to be a position that needs to be filled. We want, we want this, um, you know, um, spark that's, someone that wants to, that I want to, someone that I love, that I also like. Yeah, so how it's like, well, I love my I love my partner, but I don't like him too much, right? It's like, no, we want to be like best friends with them. Like, I enjoy hanging around with them. I really do. Not just, oh, because we're in a relationship and we have sex and whatever. No, you want the full thing, right? It's too funny. Yeah, you might say, do you believe in past lives? I do past life readings too, if you're ever interested. Um, there's a link down below if you want to take a look at those. Too funny. All right, so thank you so much, my dear. I appreciate that and your donation, and beautiful, beautiful interactions today. I like it. All right, so many blessings. Let's see. I left off up top, I believe. Yes. So, Dandera, you want to know, did Evandro try to reach out to you today? All right. Let's take a look here. Did Evandro try to reach out to you today? All right. I don't see communication. The Nine of Swords is more about a lot of drama, a lot of thinking, a lot of stuff on their mind, trying to balance things out. So it seems like they had a lot of conflict today that took them into this. A lot of their attention being focused on putting out fires, getting things um, balanced. So something came in. Several things. It just feels like, oh my gosh, it's like their day was like a nightmare, and so it didn't go as planned. Their day, and all they did was, it's like they were just trying to, get up to be, um, at a back to just zero. They had to invest so much energy in it. So that is what they have coming in there for you. All right. So that was for Dara, and then I did have a Cash App come in here. Let me just see where I'm at next here before I jump down there. Okay, we did those. We did those. We did those. All right. So plutonic tendencies. All right. I love it. All right. So let me just get to the email here. Whoops. Behave, mouse. All right, Tubby. Hey, thank you so much for your donation. Greatly appreciate that via the CashApp. All right. So you want to know, why did things change between you and C? No communication out of nowhere. Oh. All right. So let's see what's going on here. What does Spirit want you to know here about this? Why things changed here. All right. What else? As I used to say, they better be dead or in the hospital, or they will be. It's not alone. It's happened to all of us. Suddenly we're like, did someone get, the mothership came and took them away, or what happened here, right? So let's see what we have here. So why did things change? Yeah, okay, let me just take a look at these here. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm glad you were spared. Oh, okay, I like that. So, yeah, they definitely, it feels like they they have this tendency that when they feel like they're not going to be able to give, like if fear of failure comes in, they will disappear. If they feel it's like they, if things get to be too much, right? And I see that energy here of, when they feel like um they're given all they can and it's not going to be enough, that this happens. This is what the 10 of wands is telling me. The burden becomes too much for them because they're like, oh, you know I'm going to fail. And this goes back to their how they were raised, and high expectations, and when they would fail they get punished, and they hated those feelings and hated the way all of that unfolded. And so they needed to, you know they tend to, when they feel like they're going to fail, they'll kind of do a self-fulfilling prophecy where they'll run from it and go, okay, I would rather be the one. This is where they're coming from. I'd rather be the one to end it than have someone do it to me, because in my mind, in their mind, I'm speaking as them, they have a black and white. It's either all or nothing. And if they fail at something, then they're a failure. And so they will disappear. And that's what I feel that they did with that. Because, in the bottom of the deck, we've got the fears, the nine of swords ignited them to want to run. It's like the fight or flight, kind of, I'm gonna fail. Psh, I'm gone. They don't want to fight. They would rather run. And so the two of wands, the ace of wands, the two of wands. So that sparked. It made them look at a different alternate route. And then there's the third party, third cup, that they're, moving on to the next one until it gets to be, oh, I'm gonna fail at this. And I feel like they go from relationship to relationship, and not even from relationship to relationship. I don't even know if they get that far. I feel like they will get in it and then they start getting close, and then they get scared, and then psh, they're gone. And I feel like they do that a lot. That comes in here. When I said, "Oh, I like this for you," that's why I feel like you were spared, which is good. You know, they definitely are showing you, you know, everyone that we interact with is a mirror for us. So I feel like any insecurities, anything that, triggered and came up between the two of you, this is for you to see, so that you can transform it. Because, you have victory with the six of wands. It's also someone who's mutually attracted, and the eight of pentacles is putting in the work and getting the reward. And so it's like, that's what I feel like this is like a stepping stone to help you realize some stuff about yourself, and it helps you transform, which takes you, there's this patience, that things are being worked out, that love, is coming your way. You've got the four of wands, which is the marriage card, right? We like that, marriage and joy. And the moon card too. This is, this, I like this energy coming in here, because the moon, of course, is emotion. It's Mother Luna, rules over the Cancer sign. But, there's a lot of, I feel like you have a lot of love to give, like you are. I don't know if you're, what your moon is, if you have a water moon or if you're a water sign, but you have an endless sea of emotion to give. And I feel like who you end up with, who's down the road, is someone who can flow that amount of emotion back. And that's why I feel like it's an important kind of journey and stepping stone for you to realize that about yourself, and to know that you deserve to have someone, that you don't have to shrink around and be different because well, they can't handle this. So, this amount of love and emotion I can give. So I got to kind of just, here you go, drip. And when you're like, I can give you a tsunami of love if you'll let me. And it's like you're going to end up with Poseidon, the king of the sea, and he's like, I love tsunamis, bring it on. So I like that where this is going and where this is heading for you, but I feel like that they just weren't capable of giving that, and they have a lot of fears. So again, I like that you were spared is the kind of the message that comes in. But it happened on purpose for you to face some things so that you can release it so you won't bring it into that relationship, this marriage, this commitment, this very joy-filled relationship. It's a very solid foundation, and it's very mutual. I every once in a while I'll get a message. Spirit just pushes it in my head. It's a phrase around love that says, "You deserve to be with someone like you." It's like, I do. So hopefully that helps, Tavi. That's what's coming in right now. So many blessings to you. And thank you again for your donation. Right, so we left off here with plutonic tendencies. You want to know what exactly is AB feeling towards you? You're in no contact. Maybe the mothership did come and take a bunch of people away. Let's take a look here. We just had one where, whoa. Oh, sorry, got to pick up this other card here. Uno momento. Been Butterfingers today. It's like the third or fourth time today. It's probably because they're round cards. And they're going everywhere, right? You're welcome, Tavi. All right. So let's take a look here. So plutonic. What are A and B's feelings towards you? No contact. Let's see what we got going on here. They've got a lot of barriers here. The 9 of Wands, you can see like they've been hitting their head up against the wall trying to get through this forest field that keeps them from this love, right? And it has to do with their self-love. And there's a lot of this limitation of what their inner child, what their inner self feels that they deserve, that they are not allowed to have it. That's who's creating this forest field, is you know their inner child. And the Ace of Cups is telling me they do have feelings and they do have these emotions, but they have, with if I don't know if you see the bandage on their head, they've had a lot of, this is called the Wounded Warrior card. They've hit their head up against the wall so many times in the past, trying to get through to be able to express love, that they're like, I can't get through here. And it's because they're going about it the wrong way in trying to get to that, because they think that I'm supposed to get through that so I can get love in the outside world. But all of us were taught, look for your love out here, but really what we're looking for is our self-love. We turn inward and upward, and that's where we find the love. And then that's what opens up the barriers and allows us to give and receive love to the outside world, because we cannot give love to others more than to the extent we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. We can never give or receive anything we don't already have for ourselves. So when I love myself this much, which is where they're at, no matter how much love they want to give, it's drip. And no matter how much love someone wants to give them, drip. And this is where this is coming in here. They get frustrated. They think, and it hasn't clicked and dawned on them yet, that, when they're trying to find love from the outside world and all they're getting is drip, 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 that it's not the outside world that's the problem, because it's trying to flood them with love. It's that there's this clog and that they can't get it in here, right? So, they have it there, but they just haven't had the epiphany that the what did they say, the common denominator of all these things, when we're going, they're not fulfilling me. Oh wait, there's three fingers pointing back at me. Oh, wait a minute. And someday maybe they'll have the aha, but I don't feel like they're at that place to have the light bulb go off yet. So, it's like, all right, well, you were part of a mirror to help them eventually realize, when they have enough of those things, that they'll have that. And you can look at, what did you learn about, them, and what feelings do you have towards yourself? Do you have, it's like, yeah, you know what? I have an opportunity to, expand my self-love, because it's a win-win. We open up and we get rid of the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve us anymore, we don't need that protection anymore, and let go of the emotions that don't serve them anymore. Allows me to expand that to where I feel this beautiful love coming from above, where I feel full and overflowing, but that also expands my ability to give and receive love to the humans in the outside world too. So, boom, 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 right? So, something to think about, and that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And you're welcome, Dandara. All right. So we did those. Let me just see here. Boom, 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 boom. All right. So JJJ, you are up. Will the nurse bring you a farewell gift? All right, let's take a look here. Shuffle these up a little bit here. All right. Well, I feel like they will. I mean, we've got this Mother Nature, I'm sorry, Mother Luna, but we also have Mother Nature and Mother Nurture. So, very much mothering, feminine, giving energy, birthing energy. So, I feel like they will. It's just they have a huge heart. They're very much a giver, with this energy here. So, with all of that divine feminine caretaking kind of energy, well, I'm not surprised that they're a nurse, that they will bring you a little farewell gift, something that's not too much, not too little, that there's going to bring you a little something. So I like that. All right. So there you go, JJJ. Boom, boom, boom. And that's what they have for you. Right. Oh, and Lucky, I'm so sorry. I just now saw that you asked a question and I didn't prioritize that. My apologies. What are you going to do with me? So, thanks for your patience, Lucky, and getting to yours. So, will you be asked to go away for the weekend? Woohoo! By Mr. J, and suggesting a time frame would be an incentive too. All right, let's take a look here. So, are you going to be asked to go away for the weekend by Mr. J? All right, let's take a look here. Nah, it doesn't look like it. You got the hermit card coming in here, which would be no, you're going to be having some good alone time. But it's your higher self is calling your human self to this higher place in this. So I don't feel like you're going to be asked away for the weekend with them, but it's a great time for you to really connect with yourself, because that little in the lantern there, that star that's there, is your higher self too. So it's like your higher self is going, we want some alone time. It's like you're being invited to go away for the weekend with spirit, with your higher self, which is even better than Mr. J. I know probably our human doesn't think so, but your spirit and your soul is like, yes, it's an important time to reflect, to bring some beautiful connections with spirit, to release some stuff. Great messages coming in here for you. So I don't feel like you'll be asked away this, for this weekend, um, or the weekend coming up, but I feel like it's spirit is wanting you for themselves right now. So you're being invited somewhere else. You're being called to understand the bigger picture of your life, and it allows you to see things from a higher perspective and a different perspective too. So I like it for you. Right, so that's what's coming in lucky. I know I waited for that. I'm just kidding. I'm a big hermit, and I love being invited by spirit to see things more deeply. So like that. Right. So many blessings to you. And then Cutie Pie, you like to ask, will ghost Nemo after contacting her this weekend? Will Nemo ghost her after contacting her this weekend? Is that what you're asking? Let's take a look here. Spirit knows what you're asking. That's what's important, is that Spirit knows all. Now we've got the Two of Pentacles, which is this balancing coming in here. I'm just going to get clarity on that too. Because I feel like there's some sort of cycle, but there's also, we've got peace of mind here. Very balanced energy between the two of these. So, it feels like there's this, they might have a pattern of drawing closer and distant and closer and distant, but I don't feel like it's a cycle of no contact, contact, no contact. I feel like it's like a lot of contact, and then they back off a little bit, and then they go forward, and then they back off a little bit. But they, with the Four of Swords, I feel like there's peace of mind, mental stability, balanced, swords are communication, balanced communication that comes in there. So I don't feel like there's going to be any ghosting. I feel like there will be cycles of communication, but I don't feel like there's, like complete, disappearance from it. But I just feel like they're trying to balance things out and in their lives more so, if that makes sense. Right. So that's what they have for you, cutie pie. All right. And then Alice, you are up. So, how is Harris doing without you in his life? Has he thought about contacting you? All right. This is the one that you ended, right? Whoa. Psh, psh, look out. Good thing you're not here. You might have lost an eye. Let's take a look here. So, how is Harris doing without you in his life? Let's see what Spirit wants you to know here. I want that here. And then, has he thought about contacting you? All right. He feels free here. The 10 of Swords is like, these are all the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, all the expectations that he felt was on him here. And that doesn't have anything to do with, it doesn't have to have anything to do with you. This can be like growing up, that they were force fed all these supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's and must be's in relationship with people. And it's just, it feels overwhelming that, I almost feel like they're kind of like, they'll get into a relationship and then they're like, oh my gosh, I wish I was single again, because it's overwhelming, and they feel like they're being caged. And they have friends who aren't in relationships, and then they get out of a relationship and then they wish they were back in a relationship. It's always the grass is greener kind of thing, but it's more about freedom, but wanting to belong, but freedom, but wanting to belong. Um, and so I feel like that's a big piece of relief, because I feel like they don't feel like they could have lived up to the expectations that they had on themselves regarding the interactions with the two of you. Has he thought about contacting you? We've got the Ace of Wands, and I don't feel like they're the type of person that goes backward. I feel like they're looking for the next passion, the new passion. Um, you know, again, I'm single, but now I want to be with someone. But then they they'll go through this process over and over, this endings and beginnings, this endings and beginnings. But like I said, I don't feel like they're the kind that miss people. I talk about, I don't know if I've referred to him before, this with this either, with a grass fire or forest fire. Fire consumes, and if it you know it always goes one way. You don't have fire like burn through and go, all right, I'm coming back here, because there's nothing for it to normally, unless there's something weird, but be able to go back over it, because there's nothing for no fuel for it to burn backwards. So I feel like they just kind of go forward, go forward, go forward. They don't do a whole lot of self-reflection at this point in their life. It's more, oh, that's done. All right, well, what's next? It's like, well, don't you want to, you know, analyzers that we are, right? Well, what happened? Why? How can I change? How can I make it better? What if I'm able to change? Can we go back together? Blah, 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 blah. No, they're like, oh, well, so what's next? It's like, oh, okay. So it's not personal. I feel like this is the way they do things, if that makes sense, right? So that's what I feel is coming in with those cards, Alice. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. And then Carmel Damon 24. Hello, hello. Oh, and you were just saying thank you for sharing your gift. Oh, you're very welcome. And I don't see a question here. So you are so sweet. Thank you for that. All right. Then we are down to the last question that's out here, which is for Fin. And you want to know, how will your jewelry business do? All right. Let's take a look here and see, based on current energies, how will it do? Well, you have great possibilities here with the Magician card. This is, the Master Manifester. You have everything you need within, you have all the magical items on the table in front of you, but you also wield the magic wand. And so whatever you focus on is what grows and expands, right? So if we focus on, I want this to be successful, I want, our energy tells the universe, I enjoy wanting but not having. It pushes success further away. If I fear I won't be successful, guess what? My energy is drawing that to me. But if instead I focus on higher vibration of gratitude for the stuff that is happening, surrendering and saying, universe, I'd really love this jewelry business to be successful, and I'm handing it over to you, and guide me. I'm going to do what I can, and you inquire and you have gratitude around what's unfolding, that they're going to bring you ideas, and you have that kind of energy. That's what comes in. I like the bottom of the deck here too. You've got the Three of Pentacles, which is about being true to your artistic, authentic self. Look at, so they're actually creating something that people are watching here, but not, being true to you, not doing things like, oh, well, people tell me I should do this. I don't want to lose their support, or I don't want to get punished by these people. This is about you being true to you, because that's what brings you Nine of Pentacles success. You even got the Four of Pentacles on the bottom, which is financial stability. And you have the Master number 3, create the Empress, who is the queen and goddess of creativity too, which is great, because this is all about abundance and fulfillment, but being true to you and allowing yourself to be creative and letting your creativity flow within what you design, if you're designing jewelry, but how you're going about it and how you're creating it. So I like it for you. But it all comes down to the amount of success, and the speed of success has to do with where you're focusing your energy. You are the one in the driver's seat. And so that is what, allows things to move forward. So I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. And that is actually, I don't have any other questions. So we had some time to spare. And I think I want to leave everyone with a wonderful oracle card. And so this is for the collective of everyone. This is from the Spirit Animal Oracle. So we will end the session today with this, and I'll be back tomorrow for my final session, 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So if you're interested, be sure to come check it out. I like it. Yep, so we actually got two, so which whenever resonates. The first one is card 48, which is the porcupine spirit, which is time for beginner mind. So we like that. So card 48 says when porcupine spirit calls your name, you're being asked to adopt a beginner's mind and to approach situations with innocence and curiosity. The old confining stories no longer have a hold on you. Life is full of surprises hiding in plain sight. Looking at the world afresh with new eyes can help you find what you've been seeking, whether it's a relationship, an opportunity, or evidence that you have all you need right now to co create what you desire. Who knew? This is like the magician that we just were talking about. Porcupine asks you to be playful and have a childlike curiosity. There is so much waiting for you that you have yet to discover. I love it. And then the other one is Moth Spirit, card 39, which is surrender now. So Moth Spirit asks, what is guiding you right now? Are you in alignment with spirit or pursuing something or someone with so much tenacity that it has become a compulsion or an addiction? Are you so intoxicated by a potential relationship or opportunity that you can't think straight? Hard work and dedication are virtues, and love, of course, is a beautiful thing. However, however, when moth spirits appears, it's time to consider if you've gone over the edge in a relentless pursuit. Workaholism, overeating, perfectionism, or addiction to certainty or even to a person may be your current vice. The form of your addiction does not matter so much as awareness of the consequences of remaining persistent when moderation is needed. Let go of your excessive energy by channeling it in more than one direction. The fire burns hot, and you do not want to be engulfed by your passion to the exclusion of all the other pursuits that matter to you. Now is the time for surrender and radical acceptance so that your drive does not cause you to flee or to fight. Spirit wants you to release your need for certainty and control so that you can relax into a more balanced way of using your moth spirit energy. Banish the shoulds and musts so that you can enjoy what is as you allow for what might be. Wow, I love that. So beautiful, beautiful energies for those two. So those are for whoever that resonates with for the collective here. So I like those. All righty. So, and let's see, I have a couple more minutes here. So I'll get you in here, Sophile. Sophile. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. So we can do a quick card here to see who is your future husband. So we'll see what information Spirit's willing to give you. It's always a kind of a scavenger hunt in trying to find out who that person is, right? So, wow, you got two sevens coming in here. So if 7 7 is that Leo energy? See, 7 is July. No, that would be Leo, right? No, 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 no. I'm out of there. But whatever 7 7 is, my mind's going blank right now. But it is someone who has really overcome a lot of these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets of having things thieved out of their life. So they've had a lot of challenges when they were younger. And even with the 7 of Wands, see how they're protecting themselves. They had to do a lot of this self-protection growing up, which makes them very strong now, where they don't have this need to feel like they are defending themselves. 7 is a very spiritual number, and so they've gone through a lot of already their big challenges in their life, and it caused them to be very self-sufficient, to stand on their own. They've learned not to dim their light, that they don't have to ask permission to shine, and show very confident, not arrogant, but confident in who they are. And because of that, they're going to be a little bit in the beginning. Um, I'm not going to say distrusting, but they don't just jump in. That takes time for them to let people get into their heart, into their inner circle, because of what they went through growing up. They're very strong, but they kind of are a little overprotective of themselves, which is all right. It's worth the patience to build the trust between the two of you, because that kind of represents you a little bit too, right? You're like, yeah, I am not going to just let someone willy-nilly run over my life. They have to prove their trustworthiness to let them into your heart, right? That's good. That's both of you are going to allow your time for that. I'm not getting anything else right now, and they're going to give you tidbits. It's like a scavenger hunt. They don't want to just give you everything. It's the journey of discovering who they are that's sexy, right? Yay. All right. That's what they have for you. You're welcome. Many blessings. And then Oksana, I have a couple more minutes here, so we'll get yours in here too. When will you hear from AF? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit see to know? Based on current energies, when will you hear from AF? It's the other 3 of swords, which is, disappointment. It's the disappointment card, right? Expectations equal disappointment, which tells me it's not going to be in the time frame that you're wanting and how. But they're the master of communication. The King of Swords does tell me there will be communication that comes in. I just feel like they're so distracted too with this King of Swords. They're big overthinkers and a lot on their minds. Could even be studying and higher education, but a lot of mental storms that are going on. Like this. I was going to say, like, smoke, and here's the smoke. Here's all the smoke going on here. They're thinking so much that there's smoke coming out of their ears. But I feel like it's not going to be in the time frame that you're wanting. And that's okay. When you realize everything does unfold for us, that, what's being triggered inside of us when we don't, our expectations aren't met and we experience that disappointment, it allows us to question, what are my fears around this, right? What am I fearing this means about me? What, where do these expectations come from? And understanding the stories that we're applying to a situation, right? So if we don't hear from them like right away, then we're like, oh, that means I'm not important. That's like a common one we're all taught, right? Oh, I must not be important. Something else must be more important to them than me. Well, what does that make me feel? What's triggering inside of me? What about my own worth gets, bubbled up? It's all happening on purpose to set us free from these things too. So I just feel like that's an important thing to know with coming in here, is that there is some disappointment, that they will, but it's not in the time frame and the how that we're wanting it to be. And then because of our disappointment, we can look at that and go, oh, let me release myself from that, instead of, feeling disappointment when they're not, um, communicating within the time frame that I feel I want them to. Instead, I have gratitude about when they do communicate. And that's what helps us transform these things, right? It just lets us get in there. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what's coming in there. All right. So many blessings to you, Oksana. Very good. Perfect. All right, everybody. Well, I'm going to close down 5 minutes early here, and I'm going to head over to my Praying Mantis members here in a moment. But I will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Mountain Time if you'd like to join me then. Um, so thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up and all the love. I really appreciate that. You're part of the love tsunami. So grateful for everybody. And yeah, I look forward to the next session. Till then, remember every second of every day of our lives that we truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So, till I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon. All right.